I wanted to make a quick video on the Bachlorette. Um, Pure coon shit. It was just purely coon shit. But I didn't know. I won't say I didn't know. I did not know what to expect. I knew what to expect, but I will give them some props that they didn't really make it a big racial deal. They kind of played it a bit smooth. Like the show, to me, it just seemed like a dry, drama-free dating show. Now I'll admit I was pretty bored with it. I was like, dang, you got dudes both black, white, and even Asian who are coming into the show, and they have something to offer. Most of them, and I couldn't complain with that. It just seems like a legit show, a legit group of cast of men. Um, yeah, I mean the fuckery will come later, but there's been a lot of confusion on where Rachel should go. Should she go with white men or should she go with black men? And the thing is that when I was watching the show, it seemed like she's into white guys, but the battle seems to be with black men. And I noticed in the first episode there was a lot of camera time for the black men, especially for Kenny. And Kenny comes in as the single father, and he's looking for a woman who he could use, or that he can benefit from, so he can mentor it, so she can mentor his daughter. So he's looking for that strong positive identity for his black daughter. And it seemed cool. Then you have Josiah, and I don't remember him too out. He's the dude with the law firm, I think, the law school. The guy who was, his story was he was a troublemaker because his brother committed suicide over his weight, and he turned his life over, went to law school. And then you have Fred, and there's other black guys, but those three were usually the ones who got most of the camera time. And, Fred was the immature kid from grade school who didn't behave, and so he has to prove to Rachel that he's not the class clown anymore. And it was okay, dude. Like the black cast were okay. I really do think that she's going to get with a white dude. I'm pretty sure. But this is the confusing politics of the show, where you have black women who don't want her to be with a black guy, and you have black men who are not really into the show, but they just want to see black love, and they want her to be with a black guy. And I think so far Kenny and Josiah, are the best choice. They seem presentable, and only time will tell. Maybe all their secrets or all their past hasn't been fully revealed yet to Rachel, but so far so good. But the politics of it is confusing because you have black women who are like, don't be with black men, get with white men. We can get with white men too. And then black men hit them up with the, well, what's wrong with black love? I thought you guys wanted on point black men. You have you know this a wrestler who seems to be living good based off his bio. You have the black man with the law firm, uh, and then you have Fred. I forgot what he does, but I'm pretty sure these aren't niggas in the hood. These are dudes who probably make at least more than 60 figures. So I'm not gonna I'm it's just I'm assuming that I'm that this is for they're casting middle class black men or black people. I mean middle class men. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But the issue that I have is that okay, black women are making this argument of they're going to white men, but it always seems like black men and women are always at each other's throats. Like there's no connect. When you have black men committing colorism or saying something about or dating interracially or dating white women, the conversation with black women becomes, oh, why aren't y'all with us? We're, we have so much to offer, and yet still you're still accepting black female stereotypes. And so when we say, okay, hey, fuck the stereotypes, let's promote black love and create black children, all of a sudden it flips to where it's like, oh well, you don't tell me who to be with. I can be with whomever, and y'all niggas be with the white girls anyway, and you have no right to tell me where to go. And it's like you wanted brothers to step up, we stepped up, and then all of a sudden it's like we can't set the tone. This is why I don't like black women, and I said this before. I don't like black women setting the tone for pro-blackness because it flip flops. They're the ones trying to crowbar white men into the movement and trying to be a pro-black swirler. And we've called out black people in general. We've called out black men who try to bring Becky to the movement or whatever. And if y'all ain't accepting Becky, then we're not accepting John. And so you know the thing is, it's like you don't have to be pro-black, but the issue is just that you can't do both. You can't talk about you know blackness, melanin, and then throw it all away. It always seems goofy when black women do it, especially since they're the ones crying about colorism. But you notice you never see articles about. You rarely do, but every now and then, you see these. But it's kind of hush and hush because they don't like talking about their mixed daughters and where will she go, and if she's accepted or she's loved too much, whether it's by family, friends, or love life. There might be some jealousy. There will be some jealousy. When there's favoritism. Your daughter becomes the favorite child, and it's not based off of any legitimate interactions, like they have a good connection. It's just, oh well, grandma likes you because you're light skinned with good hair. But Rachel seems like a dingy chick, but white men are gonna get it, and I really do feel like brothers. I think one thing we might have to do is just kind of like back off from black women and just say, hey, just let them get with white men, and then they might not even wake up or realize, that they're just contradicting themselves. It's like black women are strong, independent, feminists, pro-black, and then they just contradict the message like ridiculously. Um, what pissed me off was that she gave the last rose to Lucas, aka Kazam man, the Kaboom guy, some weird guy with a catchphrase. And it's like so obnoxious, so childish, and some people would say that it's the producer's fault for giving him the roles, but I really think um, Rochelle kept him, and it may have been like a devil's advocate to get rid of the nice guys. Because if you notice, like the first guys that she eliminated, the first group, those were like nice guys. Those were like the shy, quiet type. And you see this Indian kid this Indian man who's trying to get some time with her, and he's like, I don't want to be rude, but I want to talk to her. And like you have, I believe it was Kenny trying to like, hey man, you gotta get in there, you gotta get in there. Oh, this is your chance, go go go. And he's like, he's just hesitating. And I think that's why a lot of I think Asian men kind of lose, when it comes to dating, because they just don't have that natural aggression to just be out there. And ironically, I was reading an not episode, an article from the love of this Asian blogger, the love of the Asian guy, whatever his name is. And he made an article talking about how Rachel seemed to be prejudiced against Asians, which was laughable. So he basically has like this fake outrage that Rachel turned down this good Asian man for a cornball white dude. And I'll just play devil's advocate. He was just a buffer to get the lames out the way. And it's like I'm not trying to vouch for other races of men to date black women, but that's just how they date. That's just how they are. They're not looking for dudes to where they can like to. They're not looking for dudes like that. They're not looking for dudes that they have to coach them to be a man. And I think some black women, especially her, since she's a so-called professional or she's a corporate black woman, I think she doesn't find that appealing. But that was funny though with the light skinned guy who was crying, and that had me rolling. Like he was just dying and crying. I'm like, he nigga bought a whole bunch of suits, and he was like, oh, this girl wasted my time, and he's crying in this river. I'm like, dude, don't even stress it. Don't even stress it. But I really do think eventually later in the episodes there's gonna be some racial tension, and it's just an eventually. I think there's a couple of white dudes. There's gonna be a couple of white dudes who feel kind of swole that can challenge black men, and so eventually they're gonna clash. Somebody's gonna clash, and it's gonna be black men versus white men, and we're really the show is really less about Rachel. It's just really a battleground of black men. Where are black men at in corporate America or in marriage? Because these guys are battling stereotypes. They're battling the fucked up representation of a flavor of love. That crazy shit with Flavor Flav. That was like the archetype of black dating games, reality shit. That was the archetype, and so he's battling those type of stereotypes. He's battling the fucked up images of black men acting smug and having too many options, or the baby mamas, we're battling shit from Maury or Steve Wilkos, and we're made out to look like these juvenile kids with all these babies out of wedlock, and I seen Crystal and Kerosene trying to throw shade on black men, trying to, down Kenny for being a father, a parent father, which is, hey, a lot better than being a single mom or being a black man who don't even have custody of his damn kids. So I can't even, I don't even know why she's even knocking that. But I have to go. I have to pick up my brother. But if you have any comments on The Bachelorette, just feel free to comment. Whether you agree or disagree, doesn't matter.